Welcome back, everybody, to Passage to Profit. This is Richard Gearhart, and we have as our special guest this evening, Renee Greenstein. She's a renowned global fashion designer and the founder of Women with Control and another line, Attitudes by Renee. And these are two of the best-selling fashion lines on QVC in the US, UK, and Japan. So welcome to the show, Renee. So great to have you with us.
Well, thank you. I am what we call the problem solution designer. And starting out as a fit model, I saw how a woman's body is designed, how we're made. We're all women with curves and everything, no matter what size we are. And there comes a time in life that maybe you want to get a little more uplifted, smooth a little bit, and have clothing that you're comfortable in. So that's basically what I'm known for.
Great. So what do you think about when you're designing? What is it that how does the creative process work? And what do you have in mind when you're designing clothes?
Okay, well, basically, again, I want to have clothes that are comfortable. I am a person that would never, ever wear a shaper. That's just not my thing. And Women with Control came about because it's a clothing line that I developed this fabric that has 14% spandex, and it's not shiny. So I'm creative as far as looking and seeing what can I make that I'm comfortable in, what's going to give me the benefits of being comfortable, looking good, uplifting, and feel great. And when I'm designing, I'm looking at people in the street, I'm watching TV, I'm reading magazines, I'm in museums, everywhere, and looking to see what that particular item will be that I can bring to the forefront to our ladies.
Well, what I love about your lines, I mean, first of all, spandex is a girl's best friend, right? but my gosh, Renee, the size ranges that you have are unbelievable. No wonder you're the bestseller. I mean, I wish everybody was as enlightened as you are about that.
Well, it was just a thing, when I was fit modeling, they only went from one size to another. And then they had the audacity to charge you if you were over a size 12 or 14. And I said, what the blank? Seriously. So all inclusivity, because we're all different sizes and shapes of women. And I embrace that. And I want women to feel that, because if you feel embarrassed when you're walking into a store or you're trying something on, you're not going to feel good about yourself. My clothing gives you that inner strength. And that's why I named it Women with Control.
So what sizes do you have?
I start out, I do from extra, extra small to 5X or size 0 to like a 28.
And you have petites as well, right?
We do petites, tall, and regular size, because we're all different sizes and shapes.
Wow.
That's really great. And so is that part of your success with your lines on QVC, do you think is because the clothing comes in a wide range of sizes?
Well, yes, I believe that when I started, it was basically, again, the lady from Manhattan that travels the world. I never check luggage, and giving comfortable clothes that I can interchange and give a collection that you could go away for a week and the pieces coordinate, giving you the core pieces and then giving you the wow pieces to make it a little special. And in any size, because style is not about size, it's about attitude. And yes, I trademarked it.
You did trademark. You have trademarks on both those lines, which I applaud you for that. Registered trademarks.
Right.
Yes.
So what's it like to try to get on QVC? I mean, what's the process like, and how did you choose that as a main venue for your?
Well, I've been with QVC now over 20 something years. Okay, so I started a long time ago, and basically it was I had an item, and I had a young lady that worked with me, and said to her, no, we're going to go to QVC, we're going to show this. And Randy, who is my business partner, we came with this and went. And I happened to know someone on QVC, and Randy would wait for them to come into the showroom, which I went to run the company. I said, no, we're going there. I'm a firm believer, especially if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to go get it. Mm-hmm. So I went to the studio in Westchester, PA, met with the big wigs and said, I'm here. This is what you need.
Wow, that's great. And from there, it was you were an overnight success, right?
Well, not exactly. Not exactly, but you have to believe in yourself. I'll say to anyone that's looking to be in business, you have to believe in yourself and never, ever take the word no. As my husband said, that's not my vocabulary. If you tell me I can't get there, I'll find a way to get there. And you have to believe in yourself. And my tushy was coming down a little bit, Mother Nature, and I needed to bring it up. So it was all selfishly out of necessity. And then wanted all women, because I would like stop when I was modeling and working for a company. I had one of my bosses send me to an airport because I came from couture and I had no clue. And he said, I want you to look and see what the average American woman looks like and see what you can do for them. And that's when I looked and wanted to go to someone and have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? You know, because I want everyone to look great. And you don't have to spend a lot of money to do that. And you don't have to be of a certain size. I mean, I don't believe in that. And I love QVC because they don't charge you extra. What they charge you for an extra small is the same price they charge you for a 5X. Now, for a manufacturer, that's not too great. But in the long run, women know what I give them. And I believe because it's from my heart. It's true.
Well, I'd love you to start a men's line using lots of spandex because we usually have areas around the middle that we kind of like to push up or push back as well. So
stay tuned. There is a men's control coming out.
So Kenya, do you have a question?
I do. I just want to hear a little bit about the inspiration behind the name. And I also was just hoping you could explain a little bit about how you create clothes for all different kinds of women, but stay on trend with what's up and coming fashion wise.
Okay, so Women with Control is a name to control. You know, if you basically, I do 14% spandex. It's not shiny, 4-way stretch. So it lifts, keeps you in, and looks great. Okay, and it's comfortable. And then I'm also doing 16% spandex. All right, so I wanted to give you something that's seasonless, packable, because spandex, if you know, is normally shiny. And I don't want to look like an athlete. I'm not one of those girls that put the tennis outfit on and don't play tennis just to look like it. I basically wanted to come with something that you can wear from jogging, running, doing whatever you want to do. But you can meet the girls for lunch. You could go to dinner. You could travel the world. And it's packable. I say pop the 3 Ps, pop it in the washing machine, pop it in the dryer, pop it in your body. And learning, starting from Fit Model, to see what the human body looks like and understanding that, you know, plus size girls will say to me, don't put a zipper in the back, girlfriend. I can't reach that. You know, so giving us what we need to function in our clothes.
well, and women in control, though, really sounds sort of confident, right? That's also another attribute of that name. So it's sort of a double entendre, as we say in the trademark business, but it has a double meaning there, right? So
Well, but somebody else understood where it came from. And to be very honest with you, I'm a firm supporter of women. Okay. And I support women in need. Okay. So I am totally supportive of not having a woman be abused, and that they take women and their families when they need to move away from the abusive person they're living with. So that's what women in control is, because when you have control of your body and your mind and your soul, and you can look good, and I wanted to come up with a clothing line that women could afford.
that's
You know,
great.
anytime.
So I'm just wondering how you get customers. I know people just watch QVC, but there must be a lot of word of mouth referrals, and you must have a lot of repeat customers. Where do you think most of your business comes from?
You know, it's interesting because, you know, QVC does this analytic of where, you know, things, especially now with the computer and everything. I was shocked that I had a lot of customers in New York, you know, because being, you know, QVC, but QVC is now global, and you've got Jason Wu on there to become, you know, more of a acceptable, you know, channel to shop on. But a lot of it's word of mouth. I mean, I'll be walking into a store and women will come up and dance to me, because the other trademark I have is no more wiggle, no more jiggle. Because when you put my pants on, nothing jiggles.
Oh, I want them. I'm looking you up. Can I get them from your website, or is it?
Yes.
You
You
are
can go
not
on-
a jiggler. Please,
not gonna be.
You're not a jiggler. Well, that's great. So
So it is a lot of word of mouth. So you started in
Yes.
New York. So there's a lot of people in New York, which New York is a fashion conscious city. So
Right.
they
But
must.
we, Chicago, Pennsylvania, all over. And then also the beauty of being on QVC, you've got millions of people watching you. So if you can, go on there and be successful, and I would say 1 out of 1,000 are successful. It's not the easiest job in the world, but a customer knows when you're telling the truth. I mean, when I go on air, you know that I'm not BSing you. When I say to you, these pants will lift your butt, and I've trademarked tushy lifter, I've trademarked booty lifter, tummy control, because these are all the things that my clothes do for you without looking like you're in activewear.
that's great.
Wow.
Wow.
How did I not hear about this before today?
So have you ever, has anyone ever tried to kind of take one of your trademarks? Have you ever?
Yes. And that's why I've made sure I've trademarked everything. I mean, when I called my lawyer and I said to him, because I was on air with someone and the model goes, "Oh my God, no more wiggle, no more jiggle." I called him, I said, "Trademark." He said, "You can't." I said, "Trademark it." Okay. I patented my back pockets. I have an embroidery that I patented. I mean, you learn, because if you do something and somebody else takes it from you before you trademark it, you lose.
Right.
So I trademark whatever I can. Okay, booty lifter, we just trademarked. I'm coming up with something else. We're going to have attitude of motion. We have men with control. So you have to learn to do these things and protect yourselves. Because believe me, I once had someone that took one of my hang tags and copied it. And luckily, someone saw it, and we were able to do a cease and desist. But if I didn't have wardrobe warrior is my trademark, because all of my women are wardrobe warriors throughout the globally. And it's all about being able to pack and go on a plane without checking your luggage.
Right. And it takes money and talent to come up with your IP. And so if it is good, somebody else is going to want to copy it if they think they can. So,
Exactly.
even a hang tag takes a lot of design, and it's important.
Well, they say imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I'd rather have the money than be flattered.
Thank you. Exactly.
So I have one last question. Richard's telling me we have to go, but what is your best-selling item or line, or like what do you sell the most of? I guess
My pants.
Okay.
Pants are the hardest thing. Any woman that's here or listening knows, to go and get a pair of pants that fits you and looks good on you is the hardest thing for a woman. So my pants, the rise, the inseam, the whole thing, my pants, my leggings are top sellers all the time. And I just have to keep on inventing them to make us look good and lift our butts and smooth our tummies.
Excellent.
Well, the most important part of buying pants for me is the elastic waistband, so that as I grow, my pants grow too.
I call that buffet waistbands.
Well,
Eat the buffet, don't show it.
Well, so this has been so much fun. I hope you'll stay with us as we talk with our guests, and really an amazing story. So thank you so much for being here and sharing that with us. And what are we doing?
Well, we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, good.
So you are listening to Passage to Profit, the Inventor Show with Richard and Elizabeth Gearhart on WOR 710, the voice of New York.
I know the transitions are an issue today for some reason. I don't know.
What station are we on?
All right, we'll be right back after this.